are here because the outside world rejects you.
Hey, what's up everyone? So there's actually been a lot of new clips that have come out for the upcoming Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie. Today in this video, we're gonna go ahead and break down all those clips, all the new footage that we've gotten to look at. And there's a lot, so this might be a long one, but we're gonna break it all down, discuss every new frame, and geek out over some of it. So yeah, let's go ahead, waste no time, and dive on in.
Welcome to Eastman High.
Oh my god! Improv team tryouts! I've gotta sign up!
Mikey, what are you doing? We don't even go here.
Wait, what's our last name?
I've never thought about that, actually. I don't know.
Do we not have last names?
Oh, who are we?
Alright, the first one is this one here of April showing the Turtles what looks like her high school, Eastman High, which is a nice nod to TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman. You see that there's a banner hanging up that says prom is coming, but someone has crossed out coming and put canceled. Next, we see that Michelangelo sees a sign for tryouts for an improv comedy team. He says that he's gotta sign up, and Leo says, "What are you doing, Mikey? We don't even go to this school." We get a funny little moment here with Michelangelo asking, "What's our last name?" Leo says that he doesn't know and that he's actually never thought about that. We have Raphael come into frame here and asks, "Do we not have last names?" To where Donatello says, "Who are we?" Mikey says it's okay, that he'll just break up his first name into Michael and last name Angelo. Raphael finds this funny as he says, "That makes you Leonardo," as he nudges Leo. They all start busting up laughing. Leo doesn't find it humorous at all, and we hear April say, "Leonardo, he's sensitive," as they all continue to laugh.
It's okay, I'll just break it up. Angelo. Hey, I'm Michelangelo.
That makes you Leonardo.
Nardo!
Leonardo, he's sensitive.
But that wasn't the only clip that was released. Let's go ahead and jump into this other one here.
Let's go!
I'm awesome. We have to stop him. Go, 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 go!
Alright, this next teaser was also recently released, and this one starts off here with Leonardo saying "let's go," and we see him in this cool pose, very similar to how we see him in the intro of the 1987 television show, by the way. You can see some of the other characters behind him, Raphael, Donatello, Mikey, but we even see some other mutants behind them. You see Rocksteady and Ray Fillet, and we even see even more characters in another TV spot that we'll talk about a little bit later. But let's keep going on here with this one. We see Raphael, who looks like is swinging from building to building using a sai, and he appears to be holding on to some type of glowing rock or something. Although here it almost looks like a bag with something in it that's glowing. We see this in another TV ad, by the way, that we'll discuss a little later. But next here we see Michelangelo doing some backflips, Donatello here leaping forward about to swing his bow staff, and on the end of the bow staff you could see that bag with like the glowing item in it is hanging off of there. Let's keep going. We're just going to emphasize on the parts we have never seen before, by the way. Alright, here we have another shot we've never seen, and you could see that it's that giant version of Superfly that probably happens towards the end of the movie, and he's kind of just walking through the city causing a bunch of destruction. And down below on the street level you can see the Turtles, but standing alongside them is the rest of the mutants. So Bebop, Rocksteady, Wingnut, Genghis Frog, Ray Fillet, Mondo Gecko, they're all there with the Turtles. You can see April and Splinter there as well. I'm starting to think that Superfly probably gets so crazy at some point that everyone kind of just turns on him and teams up with the Turtles, if I had to guess. But yeah, let's keep going. We get this new shot here of Donatello smacking this guy in the face with his bow staff, causing him to do a backflip. Looks sweet. Then we have these TCRI, I guess agents, we'll call them that, kind of going go, 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 go as they run out of the van. Then we have this shot here of what looks like some type of a car chase, and the car does like a nosedive and then like flips over, and you could see that on top of the car was what looks like some mutants. You could see Wingnut there, I believe, maybe Rocksteady if I had to guess, and definitely one that's on there is Mondo Gecko, as you can see him here from a different angle saying that was not cool how you launched me out of that van. And then we get a familiar shot of Raphael from the past trailer that we've gotten saying, yeah, a bit cool. But yeah, that does it for this teaser here, but let's keep going. We have another one to discuss. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one.
Hi.
Hello? Hey, I see you.
Guys, I think she can see us.
Can't see
The
her.
longer you lurk in the shadows, like, the more sus it gets every second.
She said we're
you
sus.
know?
That's not good.
All right, so yeah, this next clip, we see April opening up a garage. And this seems to be the same garage that we've seen the turtles fighting in past trailers that have come out. And if this is that same scene, maybe she heard the noise of them fighting and she is coming to check out what's going on. We see the turtles scrambling to hide as she comes in, but they don't do a good job, as you can see that she says, "I see you." The turtles start whispering amongst themselves of what to do next. This is where she says the longer you lurk in the shadows, the more sus it gets every second, where the turtles begin whispering to themselves once again, and you hear Donnie say, "She said we're sus," which is pretty funny. Anyways, the turtles end up pushing Leo into the light, and April is taken back by what she's seen. She's never seen, at least I don't think, mutants yet in this universe. So yeah, from what it looks like, she doesn't know what they are. Mikey says, "Can we discuss this over pizza?" And as you can see there, yeah, she says, "How do you guys feel about pepperoni?" So it looks like this probably transitions us over to that other scene we saw in the previous trailers where they're all eating pizza, talking with each other.
And now I'm like doubly sus to be whispering about.
Hey!
What are you? What could you be?
Can we explain this over some pizza?
How you guys feel about pepperoni?
Down for pizza? What?
But yeah, that's it for this clip here. There's even more. Let's go ahead and take a look at those.
Don't let any human see you. Because why? Humans are the demon scum of the earth. Avoid them, don't say hi.
To interact with them is to die. What about Drake? He seems like a fun hang.
Yeah, that guy's
All right, yeah, so this next clip, we can see that the turtles are like sneaking into stores and stuff, getting supplies probably to take back home, considering they can't buy stuff like regular people. We get a voiceover from Leo here saying, "Don't let anybody see you." Because why? And then it cuts to all four turtles on a rooftop, and it's almost like Leo's giving them a lesson. You can see the other turtles there in the background. They're unamused by this lesson, but they're doing it anyways. And so they say, "Because humans are the demon scum of the earth, avoid them, don't say hi. To interact with them is to die." So that's like a motto that Leo lives by, it sounds like. And he's trying to get his brothers to live by it too. But then when they're done, you see Michelangelo say, "What about Drake? He seems like he'd be fun to hang out with." And then you see Donatello and Raphael agree with him as they all geek out over Drake. Then we see some footage we've already seen, but then here we have this new shot of the turtles, and it looks like they get caught up in a net. You can see them right there. And then outside of the net, what looks like the people that captured them is Bebop and Rocksteady. And then you can kind of see some more mutants there in the background. I believe that's Ray Fillet back there. And yeah, it looks like they've caught the turtles or something, and Leo slices his way out of the net. You see that Splinter's with them as well here. We get a voiceover from what I believe is Leo saying Superfly is going to destroy the city, and then he says if we want humans to accept us, we have to be heroes. And we get this cool shot here of Donnie, Mikey, and Raph, and they just look down and out. This must be the part of the fight where they start losing pretty badly. You can see everything's on fire around them. The whole city's been kind of destroyed, or at least this part of it. We get a couple little action shots here that we've already seen before, previous trailers, and then we get some shots of the humans here who appear to be looking at the turtles, or maybe they're looking at other mutants, but it's cut to make you think that they're looking at the turtles. And one of the ladies goes, "Oh my god," and then you hear what I believe is Michelangelo's voice say, "They don't see it," and then we see the turtles running from what looks like some type of destruction coming their way. You see a bunch of debris flying down, things are on fire. Donatello appears to be holding what looks like one of those guns that the TCRI agents were holding from the last trailer we saw. Then we get this shot here of Michelangelo, who appears to be on top of Superfly when he's in that giant form there, and he's doing like a backflip off of him, and he's holding again that glowing bag or whatever that is. That seems to be something that Superfly is after, and like the turtles are trying to keep it away from him, it looks like. Then we see Mikey land with his brothers, and we get this cool rotating shot here, almost Avenger style, of all four turtles in this cool action pose. And then yeah, we get the title card, and that's where this one here ends.
Superfly's gonna destroy the city. If we want humans to accept us, we have to be heroes. Oh my god! They don't see it!
Leo, Donnie, Mikey, Raph.
No.
Okay.
All right, these last few ones here have only been seen on TV. They're not online yet, but you can see a bunch of people from social media have recorded it off their TVs and posted it online. So the quality isn't too great on these, but let's take a look at just some of the new scenes here. We'll just kind of jump around and close it out. All right, this one was posted by the Twitter page @SuperBatson, and there's a couple new shots in this one. You can see here one of Leonardo, and he looks like he's cut open the top of like a trailer for a truck, and he's jumped into it. You can see all the pallets and stuff there. Not much else on this scene. Okay, and then another other new shot we have in this one here is of the villain mutants, almost like jumping out of the water or something and onto a dock. You can see they're all there. Bebop, Rocksteady, Ray Fillet, Mondo Gecko, Leatherhead, Genghis Frog. I believe the only one we don't see here is Wingnut. Then we have this other new shot here of Superfly saying, "You can't stop us," and then it cuts to another shot of Superfly like in his massive mutated form, and he's just kind of destroying stuff in the city, Godzilla style. Another new shot we got in this one was this one here of April saying they're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then we see her on what looks like a news report. Now, I don't think this is like for like a major broadcasting company. As we just saw, she's still in high school, at least from like the looks of things. So maybe this is like the school news or something. But yeah, that's all the new clips for that TV spot there. But like I mentioned, there's more. Let's check out this other one here. And again, we're going to skip through this really quick, just talk about the scenes we haven't seen yet. So let's start off with this one. You see Leonardo saying, "Let's go." And this looks similar to the shot we talked about at the very beginning. It actually is the same shot, but we can see more of it here. You can see here that not only are the Turtles and Splinter gathered, but they're also gathered alongside the other mutants. Bebop, Rocksteady, Ray Fillet, Scumbug, Leatherhead, Mondo Gecko, Genghis Frog. They're all there together. So there must be some point in the film where they all band together to try to take down Superfly. At least that's my guess. Unless Bebop and Rocksteady like betray them at some point, which isn't totally out of the question. We did see them catch them in a net in the earlier footage we discussed. So I guess it's not 100% sure that they're going to team up, but I think it's most likely going to be the case. And this one's coming over here from the Twitter page at the NerdNet. A couple of other new shots we saw in this TV spot was when they start saying the world will know their names, and you see one of Leo, and you get this new shot of him celebrating. Then when it says Mikey, we get a shot of him and Donatello, and they look worried. They're looking up at something. And then when it says Raph's name, you see him ripping up a pillow. Again, another new shot of the character we hadn't seen yet. Towards the end of the trailer, we get this cool shot of Splinter being pretty badass here, kicking a bunch of what looks like those TCRI agents in the face. You can see them right there when you freeze the shot. They're holding those guns we talked about earlier. And yeah, I wonder where they are here. You could see some monitors in the background and like a control panel behind Splinter. Then we get a couple more new quick shots here. One of Mondo Gecko laughing, another one of Leonardo being like, okay. And then this one here of them all four kicking the door open to what looks like some type of a restaurant. Then it cuts to the title card, but after you get this little stinger here of an interaction between Michelangelo and Mondo Gecko. Here, I'll play it right here.
I like your vibe.
I like your vibe.
I like your vibe.
Only theaters.
All right, this one here, we're looking over here from the Twitter page Mystic Sonny. And again, it looks like someone who's recorded a commercial straight from television, but on their phones. And there's new footage in this one as well. Let's take a look here at what that is. You have this new shot here of Donatello saying, "We need to take out Superfly." And we get some new looks at the Turtles here. But one that's really cool is this one of like the villain mutants, and they're kind of going across a body of water. It looks like Genghis Frog is kind of just hopping in and out of the water. Then you have Wingnut up there who looks like he's carrying Bebop. And then Mondo Gecko is riding Ray Fillet. And then I think in the background you see Scumbug carrying Rocksteady, but it's kind of hard to make out. And then off to the left you see Leatherhead swimming through the water. And then we get a really interesting shot here. We haven't seen this before. You hear Superfly say, "We'll let mutants rule the earth." And we see him, and he's not in his regular form that we're used to seeing him in, but he's not quite yet that giant version of Superfly that we've seen destroying the city. He's almost like in this in-between stage, and you can see him right there. And he just looks disgusting. It looks like he's getting grosser and grosser the bigger he gets. Maybe he takes like even more ooze than he's supposed to or something. Kind of becomes power hungry, maybe. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, to like the point of self-destruction. We'll see though, but that's kind of my theory right now. Then we get some new shots of the Turtles as well. We see it says their names, and it says like a little description. It says the leader, kind of, for Leo. And we get this shot of him getting pulled away. Then it says Donnie, teen genius, and he's showing his brothers what he's recorded on his cell phone. You see Leonardo there in the background. He looks kind of upset, almost like he'd rather be seriously training, but the other brothers want to goof around. Then it says Mikey, the vibe, and you see him there in that garage fight that we talked about earlier. He's fighting some humans, slamming doors on them, and that's pretty much it. We do get some title cards of the rest of the Turtles, but no new footage. And I mean, that's about it for all the new footage that has been released. There's this one, it's kind of old though. It came out during Father's Day, but we never talked about it here on the channel. You can see it right there. It's of Splinter. It starts off with Donatello saying that Dad's texting us and that he's freaking out a bit. And then we just get some cool like flashback sequences of Splinter. Cool little heartfelt moment with Splinter and the baby turtles there. But yeah, that's it for the new footage. Let me know what you guys think down below. The movie is right around the corner. I believe just like a little over 3 weeks from now. So yeah, we're going to be covering all the news that comes out on this. If you're new, hit subscribe so you don't miss any of that. Also, follow on all the socials. We post news on there as it drops. You're not going to want to miss any of this. But that's it for this video. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see you all in a little bit with another one. Take care.